Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Magpie Moonchild. My name is Kayleigh. This is your reading for the week ahead. It feels important. This one feels important. I can't tell you why. I just sat there and went, oh, this is important. I saved it till last. I tend to do that with Sagittarius just because it can go wherever. I normally go for like a fire-based deck or at least earthy, but this is my airy, watery deck. This is Magpie Moonchild. It's the Moonchild deck, and there's you on the front, Temperance on the front. The maker of the things, that the person that makes things happen, even though it seems impossible. The dreamer of dreams and the follower of them. It just felt important, and so this is the deck that we've got. It's not, I never ever pick, because it's normally a fire or at least earthy, and this isn't. This is, I don't know, it's like you need a higher message at the moment. Anyway, so let's see what you got. All the normal, this is for the week, the 8th to the 14th, so we're leading into Valentine's. I find that Valentine's is a time where I assess my relationships. I don't necessarily use it as a lovey-dovey shower with affection. It's not that sort of thing. It's like an annual reminder to assess love in all its forms, not just romance or your partner or whoever you're with at the time or not with at the time. It's like all of them, even how you love yourself. But yeah, so this is the 8th to the 14th of February. If you find it at a different time, you find it when you're supposed to find it. It's not, tarot's not rigid, it's fluid. So let's see what we've got for Sagittarius. You've got the 9 of Cups, so looking for wishes coming in, or at least in a place of emotional contentment, or looking for that emotional contentment. Two options, left and right. You're looking to receive this time. Have you not been receiving something that you need or wish for? King of Wands. Are you wishing that you could, because this is the King of Wands, this is the master of your element of fire. Or have you got this place already where you're like, yeah, I'm good, I'm ready to step up. You're passionate, you're confident, not cocky, not cocksure, just confident. You know your worth. And you're ready to dedicate yourself to the right person. So whether you're wishing that you're already in that place or you're in that place, I don't know, there's staring at each other. It's like you don't want your right hand man or your right hand girl. You want the left hand girl, the left hand man, the left hand person. Because everyone goes, oh, they're my right hand. They're my right hand man. That's who you rely on. That's who you're passionate. Do you know what I mean? That's your. But the left hand is your receptive side. So it's almost like. And that's the side that your heart's on. It's a bit weird. It's like the left hand side, which controls the right hand. The left hand brain controls the right hand, and the right hand brain. What side's your creativity? I don't know. But there's something that you're dedicated to, passionate about, that you're trying to chase, whether that's romance or an actual creative project, but you're ready to receive. I'm ready to receive the emotional thing that I was, this happiness that I was promised. I'm ready to receive it. That could be a person, that could be another fire sign. But you're passionate and driven and creative and stable. And that's really good for a Sag, because you can tend to just want to go and do things. And you're ready to get stable. Oh, okay. So you've got the Queen of Wands come up. you just kind of want life to just come up and step up to where you are, or where you think you are. You want equal to come in, whether that's the opportunity that can match your mastering skills. You want someone who's as passionate about you to have your back for a change instead of you having to have them. You want them to chase you rather than you chasing them. You're kind of ready to stand and wait for that to come in. You want something that you perceive as your equal to come up to you, to come meet you. Or you've got two very similar options and you're trying to pick between the two and you just wish you had the answer. You just want somebody that is your equal, can step up to you, they're creative, they're passionate, they're blind right now, but her eyes are shut. So they may not be aware that you're trying to bring them in, wishing, manifesting. The only thing I would say is, if you're wishing for something, the only way you're going to bring it in is to believe that you've already got it. It's not like you're wishing for a situation to sort itself out because you just don't want to force it happening. You don't want to force it to happen. You're waiting for the universe to deliver it to you. But on some level, you have to go out and get that. Whether that's a person or a project or the dream. I mean, you feel like, I've done my work. I'm ready. I've leveled up. I'm ready to where I want this opportunity to come in that is my equal, that is, whether it's a person that's as passionate about you, or, do you know what I mean? They've done the work and they've leveled up. Whatever it is. Or it's a job that it matches what your needs are. The job will match what your needs are. The person will match what you're. Do you know what I mean? It's tit for tat, tit for tat. Why have I got tit for tat? Owls, wisdom's coming in. You're ready for it to come in, and instead of manifesting properly, you're just wishing, like wishing on a star. So when the universe gives you what you want, you're not actually being very clear with what you're wishing for. So you go, I want someone that, I don't know, likes this band and wants to go travelling and does this as much as I do. And then what you're getting is someone that wants to do everything the same as you do, and it's all right, but it's not quite what you're looking for, what you wanted when you were ordering. But you didn't specify what you wanted properly. You just went, I wish I had somebody that would love me, would love me fully. And they love you fully, but there's things lacking. Or I wish I had somebody who likes to go beer tasting, like likes their bit, like, do you know what I mean? This, like, you've been too simple and vague. Like, I want someone that wants to go travelling every 4 months. You know, we'll go somewhere new every 4 months. And it's like, you've got that person, but you've not got the person that makes your soul sing, that makes you have that connection with. And you kind of like need to specify, instead of just wishing, you literally need to order exactly what it is you want from the universe. If you want a job that has, it's like you've gone, I want a job that pays 20 grand a year. And just pick that number, it's not specific. And the universe goes, yep, there's a job, pays 20 grand a year. And you're like, yeah, but this job doesn't make me happy. Well, you didn't ask for a job that made you happy. You asked for a job that paid you 20 grand a year. Do you know what I mean? You've not specified what it is you actually want. Because you probably didn't know that you were supposed to literally bespoke order what you wanted from the universe. And what you need to bespoke your order is exactly what it is you want. Literally sit there and write down, what do you want from a job? Do you want it to earn 50k a year, but you want to be in command of people, if that's what you want. You want creative freedom to design whatever it is, or whatever it is you do. You want a stable income if you're self-employed, because I'm getting that Saggies don't tend to like to be in an office unless they're leading it, and probably not even then. They probably don't want the responsibility of leading. But if you say, I want to have a consistent income that keeps me creatively occupied, or pays for my trips abroad, or whatever it is you need from it, you have to be very specific what you want. Very specific of what you want. If you want someone that is the complete opposite of you, but because you want it to counterbalance, do you know what I mean? You want the equal, and the equal can be the opposite. Although I'm getting, you want someone who's as creative as you, as passionate as you, is as committed to you as you are, fiercely committed to you as you are about them. But right now you're not facing, it's a bit hard because you can't make it happen, but there you go. You're not facing, this is you facing your wish. You need to be facing exactly what it is. You need to be very clear what you're looking for. At the moment, you're not being clear what you're looking for. And so as a result, you're not getting your equal, you're getting something else that isn't quite what you wished for. You want your 10 cups. And what the universe is giving you is 9 cups, which is kind of what you're asking for, but not exactly what you're looking for. You want the 10 of cups happiness. And you can't seem to find it because you're not looking, you're not turning in the, you're not being very clear about what you want. And once you're very clear what you want, you will turn and find it. It's there waiting for you. It's literally right behind you. It's there waiting for you. You just have to turn around and see it. You just, yeah, you have to communicate very, very clearly what it is. This is the 8 of Wands. And once you've literally write down everything you want in this situation, whether it's a person, a job, a house, whatever it is that you're wishing for that isn't quite what you've got right now, isn't, or have had before, isn't quite what you wanted. This is very important. You need to be very specific what you want. If you want a specific person, then you need to have write down, I want this person. Because if you're not, you're just gonna if you want, I don't know, if you want an Anna, but you keep going, oh, I'd like somebody whose name begins with A, you're going to end up with an Angie or an Annika, or you're not going to end up with Anna. You're going to end up with somebody that's kind of similar. Do you see what I mean? You have to be very specific when you're manifesting. You need to change your perspective. I'm getting that you want your person. You want your person. And to be honest, I get that, because this is all what Saggy reads have been, is your person. But equally, it's not. It doesn't have to be a person, because I'm only saying that because there's 2 of Cups has come up. Oh my God, right. Okay. You need to change how you order it. You have to change your perspective. You have to change how you look at what you're wishing for. And you need to send that out into the universe. You have to be very clear, very precise. Don't be scared to ask for something and hide from it. If it comes to it, just write it on a piece of paper. Say, this is what I want, and burn the fuckers, and no one else ever sees it. You don't have to share that with anybody else. You have to share it with the universe. I know that's very airy-fairy, and you have to literally write out what your heart's desire is. Try moon magic if it comes to it. But if you're not clear, this came out in another read, I'm pretty sure. If you're not clear about what it is you want, instead of getting this result, which is everything you want, you're going to end up with something that's very similar and is not what you want. See what I mean? There's duality. What you're looking for is your equal and opposite. And yeah, you might get the equal and opposite of what you're asking for, but it's not healthy. It's not what's going to fulfill you. It's not going to make you happy. You want this one. You have to be very clear with what you want to order. Just be very honest and clear, and think and look for the loopholes. Look for where the tricky genie's going to hold you up. And what you need to ask for is, even though it seems impossible, it's not what everybody else thinks. What you think everybody else thinks you should have. It's what you truly have. This has light coming from the heart chakra and the soul chakra. It's what your soul needs. It's what your heart needs. Your heart's desire is to make your soul happy. And right now you can't see it. Apathy. This is apathy. You've just kind of got despondent, like it's never going to turn up. It's never going to happen. You keep thinking it's going to happen. It feels like it's right around the corner. It really is. It is there, waiting to come in. You are blocking it by not asking for it specifically. The Four of Cups is an opportunity that you are not quite aware of, or not. It's just on the peripheral. It's that just on the peripheral. You can't see it being fully offered to you yet, because you're not turning yourself to look at where the cup is being offered. It's there waiting for you. You're just looking in that direction because you're focused on the wrong thing, whereas you should be focused on this thing. You need to turn your head to get what you're looking for. See what I mean? You're so focused on wishing incorrectly that you're not seeing that you need to actually be a bit more precise and configure where your focus is. Because once you do find that, you've got this Ten of Cups coming in. You've got this Ten of Cups coming in. This happy, abundant, joyful, dancing in the moonlight, travelling together, making memories. You know, nights by the river, chatting shit and dreaming dreams, and then going and chasing them and making them happen. This is the 10 cups. That the 9 cups isn't quite happening. It's like you're too up in your head, whereas really you should be down in your soul and your heart and seeing what truly makes you happy. The rainbow, the hope. Ask for more than you dared to ask for. Ask for the impossible. If it's a person that you think is your person, ask for that person, a specific person. If you think that, if that's what you truly want, what your heart and soul tells you you're supposed to be with that person, ask for that person. Because you know that's your person, not because you want it to be that person. If you know in your gut that that's who you're supposed to be with, ask for that person. You're literally asking for something that's not quite what you're looking for. That's why you're never quite happy. And you're in this wish thing. I just wish life would give me what I want. But you're not asking life to give you what you want. And until you do, until you change your perspective and focus on what it is you actually want, your equal, the person that's as passionate about you, they're waiting for you. You just have to turn and find them. And then when you do, you get your 10 cups, the happy. Because yeah, you might be happy enough, but you're not, oh my God, orgasmically head over heels in love. The Empress. And when you find this person, life just expands. Just expands. You expand, they expand. Home is home. Soul home. Whoever your soul home is. There's all these little lights of hearts and grabbing the dreams, and they want to offer you their heart, their soul. They're waiting for you. Their eyes are all closed as well. They're waiting for you. You just have to find them so they can see you as much as you want to see them. You need to fine tune and be very clear what you're looking for. You want to build a future with them. If you want to build a future with them, or this job, or whatever it is that you're looking for, when you find it, you're just going to grow exponentially. Happiness, joy, abundance is just going to keep pouring in. It's just going to keep multiplying. The Empress takes a seed and she grows a fucking garden, a house, a kingdom. Whatever it is, you want to put down roots. You want to collaborate with someone, whether that's an employer, a job, the universe itself. You're literally going to have to ask the universe to help you find this. Ask for this. Oh my God. Right, you've got the Queen of Cups and Moonchild. Right, okay, and the Moonchild, the Moonchild of the deck is of the zodiac is Cancer. Literally, if you go on Moonology, the Moonchild is Cancer, the sign of Cancer. Yasmin says Cancer is the Moonchild. And the Queen of Cups is my Cancer card. So if you're asking for a Cancer, this person who's emotionally nurturing, because you're fire and going out and conquering the world and taking on the horizons and expanding horizons, this is the person that keeps the home fires burning and keeps the kingdom running in the base. Do you know what I mean? And sends out the food, and the Emperor goes out. You're the Emperor. Okay, in this situation, you're the Emperor, Sagittarius. You're the Emperor. You go out and expand and travel and find new horizons and new experiences. And all you want to do is come back and tell the Empress in this situation all about those travels, all about that journey. And they go, yep. And then they're building up the kingdom. They're making sure everybody's fed. They're making sure you're the one that goes out and expands, and they're the ones that keeps everything ticking over. They're the balance out for you. Your Temperance, right? You need the two opposites to come into alignment so that you can keep the middle path and keep everything moving in the best way possible. And this is the counter for you. If you're the Emperor, they're the Empress. You want the Empress. And the opposite to you, Sag, is the water sign. And who's better and more homebodied than the Cancer? And this is what keeps coming up. There's a Cancer. Or maybe the role that you're looking for is an emotional role rather than... So your experiences that you've lived, you can come in and provide some sort of counselling, nurturing role where you can encourage others to go out and search. So you can use your experience to help someone else grow, to expand their future. You're then the Empress yourself. Do you see what I mean? Like, you're the one that then provides the nurture and support so they can expand their horizons by sharing your wisdom and your knowledge and your stories. It could be that you need to be the opposite of what you instinctively are. Or it could be, if this is romantic, that you're looking for a Cancer. A water sign, or they have Cancer in their chart. They're the mother, the nurturer, the emotional support. Like, you can pour your heart out to them and they will never judge you for that. They just go, yeah, do you need a hug? But equally, you're there to drive them out the other way. Do you see what I mean? Like, you're there to expand their horizons and bring them out of their shell. And they're there to to calm you down to being the king again. But there's passion. I mean, you put fire and water together, it's fucking steam. So sex is amazing. But you have to be very clear what you want. You can't just keep going, you're not giving me what I want, you're not giving me what I want. You have to put it out there and manifest. And it could possibly come in the most unknown way. It's just going to come out eventually. When you do it, it's just going to come out of nowhere. Nowhere. The person who's... Just put it out. Equally, if this is a specific person and you're like, universe, I want this specific person, you are going to have to start putting things in motion for that. If you want a certain career, you have to say, I want this career. You also have to do a bit of the work. You can't expect, because I think that's what you've been doing. You've been going, I want this. You can't expect the universe to just drop it in your lap. It will, but when you've done a bit of the work yourself. So if you want a certain person, you're going to have to start talking to that person, or making, tilling the ground around that person. Reconnect. If it's somebody that you aren't with anymore, reconnect with that person. If you're supposed to be with that person and you know in your gut you're supposed to be with that person, in your heart and in your gut, reconnect with that person. Stop living in fear. Stop leaving yourself in limbo. If there's a career that you want and you want to make that opportunity happen, start making moves to be in a position where that nothing but that can happen. Because you know that even though it's going to be hard, blockages need to be cleared. So that might be messaging them. That's a heart space. Messaging them or sending out messages to people. How can I, you know, I want to have this as a, or doing the research, sending out literally waves out. I'm going to do the work. I'm going to get to where I need to be. So if you say you want to be an architect, start looking at how you want to be an architect. You know, or if you, I don't know, what am I looking for? I don't know. But you have to know, and you have to know to the point where you write down what it is, and then you start making moves towards that. And as you start making moves towards it, the universe will come in and help make that happen. You can't just go, I want this, and do fuck all about it. You can't say, I want this house, and then not be in a position to buy that house when it comes to you. Equally, if you want to be with someone, you can't just go to them and go, I want to be with you. And they're like, whoa, hang on a minute. You've just left that person that you're with right now. You have to be ready. Reconnect with them. Absolutely reconnect with them. And I'm getting that you will end up with the person that you want to be with. It's just, it's not going to happen right away, because if you've just broken up with someone because you know you're supposed to be with this person, or you want to leave your job because you want that creative change that brings you emotional fulfillment, you can't, it's shut to you right now because you haven't made the moves towards opening the eyes, the universe to his eyes, to the fact that that's what you should have. You have to, if you want to be a counsellor, you can't just go, I want to be a counsellor, and the universe goes, yep, there, I have a job as a counsellor. No, you have to start making your moves towards being a counsellor. And then when you're in a place where you can be a counsellor, that job that you want will come into you. You have to put a bit of work into it. It can make it happen, but it can't just drop it in your lap like nothing matters. If you want to be with this person, if this is a person, start putting in the contacts, start building up with them. If you're not talking to them, if this is someone you used to be with, because that's what kept coming up in all these reads, if you want to be with this person, one, you need to be A, single on your own, and B, you need to get in contact with them and start building a relationship up with them, so you have that foundation. Wasn't there like the Three of Pentacles? Start building up that foundation. Do you know what I mean? Like, so you start, they're not aware, there isn't, the possibility is not there, because you don't have a relationship where you go, do you know what, yes, I'm passionate about you, you're passionate about me. They might not even be aware that you even feel like this about them. So you have to get back in contact. You have to start building yourself back up. And it might be, if you start doing that now, if you start doing that now and contact them now, they're going to be like, and you go in and go, I love you. And it's like, that's great, but you just got out of a relationship with someone. And if that is a Cancer, I would really recommend watching. I think that's the Cancer read, that this person comes into their life and it is the person they're supposed to be with, but right now is not the right time for them to be together, because they've got to do work and whoever's coming in has to do work and has to sort themselves out to be a place. And to not be scared that because it isn't right now doesn't mean it won't work. So yeah, start making contact, start talking to them, start building up that relationship with them, even if that's just friends to begin with. Do you know what I mean? Like, reconnect and just start making moves towards that person. If that's who you want to be with, start making those moves. Because if you don't, the universe isn't just going to drop that person in your lap where they go, I love you, and you go, oh, that's amazing, I love you too. No. If there's no conversation, if you're not talking to each other right now, who the fuck, do you know what I mean? How is that going to happen where that conversation happens? unless one person drops in all of a sudden on a whim, which nobody's going to do because nobody's that fucking brave. Sending a message going, I love you. No, you have to start making the moves. For a start, if you've been apart, things have happened. Things have happened. I mean, you've gone off and seen the world and you want to tell them about it. And I get that. You want to tell them all about it. This person's eyes are open, or at least half open. Her eyes aren't shut, she's looking down. Unaware. Unaware that it's even there. But you can't just think that you're going to drop in on their life and go, I love you, I'm supposed to be with you, and they're just going to go, you just came out of nowhere, dude. Seriously. So you just need to kind of reconnect. Start talking again. Start building it up. Start getting to know each other again. Because it might be that you think this is the person. Because this is what you got to do. You got to put the effort in. You may think it's the person and it's not. Do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I think you need to find out one way or another. You're not going to be happy until you do. I think this is your person, just genuinely, whoever it is you're thinking about. But you have to be very careful that you make wise decisions. Don't go rushing in all emotional. Make wise decisions. Be very clear. Be very honest. Don't hide anything. And I'm not, by hiding, I don't mean pretend that you don't love them. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying don't go in there and go, I love you. I want to be with you. We're supposed to be together. Have you not worked that out yet? And it's like, no, nobody needs, don't do that. Don't get me wrong. People, who doesn't want to hear that they're loved? But equally, you don't know them anymore and they don't know you anymore. You have to reconnect and get to know each other and do that move together. Slowly start moving towards what it is you want, and the universe will come and meet you. I think you are supposed to be with this person, or you are supposed to be in this job. You are supposed to have this outcome. You can't just wish it and hope that it comes in without any effort from you. That's either start looking at the career you want to do and start making moves if you need certain qualifications, or you need to go to uni. You can't go to uni because you didn't get the right results or you haven't got the A-levels. Start making moves towards that. Start going and getting your A-levels. Start going and making moves towards that dream. It's not impossible. I think you keep telling yourself it's impossible. It could never happen. I can never be with them. I could never do that job. It's too late for me. I'm too old. It's been too long. It's not too late. You just need to start making wise decisions towards where it's building a strategy. It's building a strategy. The King of Swords is all about strategy to make his kingdom successful. You need to reconnect with the person, or you need to find someone already in that field who can give you some information so you can start making moves. You can start studying. You can, if you want to buy a certain house, you can start putting the money away. You can start doing work to your house. If you're selling your house to buy a bigger one or whatever, you start doing the work to your house to make it more saleable. So when you go to sell your house, the house that you actually want, the house that you've ordered from the universe, that you keep telling the universe, I want a house that has 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms and a conservatory on the back, and I have space in the garden for the dog to run around, and I have or a 4-bedroom house because I need 4-bedroom house because this person I want to be with has 3 kids and they need their own bedrooms, and we need space for the dog to run around and the rabbits. And you need to be specific what you want in a house. Or if the person that you're with is the person that you're with and you see that future where you have 4 kids and you need 5 bedrooms, you start doing the work on your house. You start building yourself towards having that position, doing the work, do you know what I mean? Doing the work, putting the money away. So doing the house up so it's more saleable. Start putting the money away so when you do sell the house, you've got the extra money you need to get the bigger house. Start putting the plan, start being strategic and making sensible decisions that even if they're tiny, starting to make that. Even if it's like, we'll do the tiles in the bathroom, or I don't know, we'll paint the kitchen, and just doing these little things, and you just do what's sensible, not over the top, but what's sensible in order to get you on your way up to where you need to be to buy the house. even if it's, I will do a night class to get my GCSE so that I can then do the night class for the A-levels, which will then get me onto the foundation degree that I need. And then I can work through that and then go into an internship or whatever. I'm really getting architect. I don't know why. But you can't just go, I want to be an architect, and expect that next week you're going to be an architect and have a job. That's not going to happen. You have to start putting the work in to get to where you want to be. And then when you've done that work and you're qualified, that job that you want of an architect will be there. When you've done the work and built up, done all the work at the house, and you've put some money away, and you've got yourself to a place where you are in that position where when your house comes up, you sell your house and your house will come up and be there for you to buy, because you've put the work in and the universe is delivering on what you want. You've done the work to say, I want to be there, I want a house, and you've done your work. The universe will go, there's that house you ordered, you've done the work. You know, if you want a relationship with this person, you can't just go, I love you, and they go, all right, let's live together forever. Who commits to a person that just turns up and says, I love you? Nobody. You have to connect. You have to build that relationship up with them to the point where you go, do you know what, we're supposed to be together. This is so obvious, we're supposed to be together. And then you start making moves towards being together and having the 10 of Cups and having the happy home. I think there was a 10 of Pentacles somewhere, unless that was in the other read. But you have to work your way up. You can't just go, I've got my Ace of Cups, bang, I'll get my happily ever after. No, no, I've got a cup to offer someone. Is it full? Are you even in a position within yourself to offer that cup to them to make it 10? Is your cup full? Are you happy with yourself? Are you in a place where you can even be committed to someone? I'm not saying don't reconnect with them, but you are not in a place, especially if you just left someone or you're already still with someone, because I'm getting that you might still be tied to someone that doesn't make you happy. You know, you're in this situation that's not quite right, but you want this with this person. If you want this, then you can't still be in this to have this. And you can't still have the baggage from this situation that doesn't work for you. You can't have this all going on still and offer yourself to the person. You have to be in a place, and they have to be in a place where you're mutually in a place. You're building a future. You're building a rock solid mountain. Mountains don't get moved. You want to build this rock solid relationship with someone. You can't just go in and go, I want that, and it doesn't happen. You have to reconnect with them, and you have to be in a place where there is no baggage that people have a certain level of baggage, and I mean like kids or dogs or houses, or do you know what I mean? Until you can clear as much baggage away as possible. Kids aren't baggage, by the way. They're just something else to consider. It's not if there's love, everything else kind of can be got around, can be healed or worked on. Or not that a kid is something to heal or work around, that's not what I mean, but there isn't a certain amount of adjustment to take into account for that child. You cannot, if they have kids, they're not going to jump in with you because they have their kids to consider, and you can't just be in their life, it not work out because you've jumped straight in. You've jumped straight into something without even thinking, and all of a sudden you're in these kids' lives, and then you drop out again. That's not fair on those kids. Those kids have formed an attachment with you then, and then you're walking out again. It's bad enough that you've jumped in with their mother or their father and then walked out again, let alone them involved as well, because that has a knock-on effect. They are a consideration to take in, which is why if this is what you really want, you have to take your time. You have to build it up slowly. You have to not rush it, because as soon as you rush it, you're not building a firm foundation. And that's what the Three of Pentacles is. It's there, building up a firm foundation, especially if there's other members of the family to consider, other people in the circle to consider. If they've got kids, the ex is in the picture. You can't just go rushing in, because that's like, and it's not that they're attached to the ex, by the way. This is a case of that is still the mother, father of their children. because that's a complication that needs to be also it's a consideration. And you don't want to go rushing in, because if you go rushing in, if somebody come rushing at me, my instant reaction wouldn't be, oh, yes, come be a part of it. It's, whoa, hang on, why are you in such a hurry? Something's not right. You've not given me time to assess, especially if I'm trying to protect my kids at the same time. Do you see what I mean? You'd have to, if that was me, I'd want to come in and just reconnect and start talking and whatever, low key. Yes, absolutely. Just go, this is my person, and I know it's going to take time to get to the place where we're this 10 of cups happy. But I just know this is my person. This is my empress to my emperor. I'm the emperor, they're the empress. You just know. The Moonchild is just tied into intuition. You know instinctively. Somebody's the sun and somebody's the moon. And the one who gives the sunshine isn't the person we think that isn't this. They're your sun. And they make you shine. Their sunshine illuminates you. It's not necessarily the other way around. But you do that for each other. So I think you're the moon and they're the sun. They are sunshine. You see them and they're just sunshine. They are just sunshine. You just, oh my God, they're sunshine. I can only bask and reflect their light back to them. And I think that's what you do. You reflect their light back to them. That's your thing. They are the sun. They're the nurture. They nurture and feed everything and keep everything growing and expanding and illuminate and help people's darkness come to the surface, and they help process that. And all you do is remind them how great they are. You're there to reflect it back to them. You are their mirror. Isn't that what the Two of Cups do? They mirror. They mirror each other. You reflect their light back to them. You let them see what they truly are. And they do the same with you. And that's why you know that where you are right now, that isn't happening. And probably some toxic codependent shit is going on. Somebody's being manipulated by someone else. Somebody feels trapped. You probably both feel trapped. You both feel unhappy because you're not where you're supposed to be. And that kind of needs to be dealt with and processed and everything before you need to clear your crap from that tie to each other before you can even move forward and consider starting something new with this other person. If you want to be truly committed to this person, you need to have dealt with all your shit, and they need to have dealt with their shit. So yeah, reconnect right now, and you may not be getting back together right away, but you're in their life, and it's a tiny route in to that where you want to be. And when you do, oh my God, everything's going to align, but you're already in. Do you know what I mean? You're not, it's like you've gone, oh, there's a hint that they might be single, or oh, there's a hint that they might leave that person. Oh, there's a way in. Do you know what I mean? You've gone, oh, you've spotted something and gone, oh, they're not wearing a wedding ring in their photos or their films, or I don't know, you've done something, you've been watching them for whatever reason, and you've gone, oh, they don't wear a ring, or oh, they've not mentioned them, they've not mentioned the other half. Does that mean they're not together? Or you've just got a hint that something's not quite right. And it's a way in, and it's like you've gone, oh, there's a crack, I can finally go in, I can get in there, and like ice in winter, I can get in there and expand that crack. Do you know what I mean? That's my way in. The crack is there. The crack, they're not as solid as I thought they were. The crack's there. It's a matter of, but it's like, do you want to go in and break the home, or do you want to let them get their shit together? Because if you go in there and you take them from something, if you go in there and break the home, even if it's broken already or whatever, you don't want to be in that toxic, fucked up mess. Yes, absolutely. Get back in contact, reconnect. If it does all fall apart, it's there for them. You reflect their light back at them, remind them how great they are. Support them, unconditionally love them, whether you're with them or not. You just want the best for them. You just want them happy. You just want the joy that they bring to others reflected back, so they can see that they are joy, that they are sunshine. And you kind of just can't go running in. You just can't go running in. especially if that's not all tied up and you're not all tied up and processed. Absolutely reconnect, absolutely be in your life, because I think you are supposed to be together. You just it's just not yet. You both have so much work to do before you can actually be together. Cards that flew off then in the self-care, because I do self-care cards, is connect with your ancestors. Those that have gone before you. If you have a grandparent that's gone before, that's passed over, ask them for guidance. Ask them to help guide the way, because they know that this is the person for you. And if they do, they'll do what they can their side. Sun and the moon, they're on the shoulders. Sun and the moon. Did I just say one of you's the sun, one of you's the moon, and the star is hope. And there's that third eye, trusting your intuition. You know you can't go running in there. You know the time's not right yet for you to be together. You've got to get very clear with what it is you want and start making those moves and start being in the place that you want to be. If this isn't about a person, if this is about a thing, ask them for guidance. You've also got to ground yourself. Keep yourself centered. Keep yourself focused. Be very, very clear. Don't let other thoughts cloud what your message is that you want from the universe. You have to be very clear, very grounded. Know what it is you want. Also, look at soul meditations for sound healing meditations for heart and soul and solar plexus chakras, because I think that's what needs unblocking in you, because that just kept coming through. Heart, soul, heart, soul, heart, soul. Also, there's some sort of tie between the two of you where it pulls either the heart or the sac. It pulls either here on your heart or just around your stomach area. It pulls. If they're not okay, you feel it pull. And I think you felt it pull. Oh my God, Ace of Cups on the bottom. Heart, love, offering a cup. Making a plan. Making moves, plans, a strategy towards where it is you want to be. Something that's going to bring you so much emotional fulfillment. But you feel the pull. If this is a person, you feel the pull. And when they're not okay, you feel it. And I think you've had the pull because they're about to leave or they've left someone and you felt the pull, and that's what's made you go and look to see what's going on with them. Like 1,000 storms held in hands soft against the winds, there is change arising from deep within. Transformation, whether that's you or them. Oh my God. And caging the spirit within thou, the fertile power you hold, to taste your buttery velvet upon tongue is a gift I shall cherish each day that comes. And that's what you want, to cherish them every day. You want that. And I think once you're in that place with them, then yeah, absolutely. But there is so much work for both of you to do, so much healing. If you're there for each other because you've reconnected and you're the friends, sounds really awful, build up friendship first, but that's what I'm getting. You literally have to be back in their life and unconditionally there for them, whether you're with them or not, supporting them. You may have even done that for them before, but that's what I'm getting. You need to be there for them, because if they haven't broke already, then if you've seen the cracks, you know it's coming, and you know it's coming because you felt it in your gut. You felt the pull. You felt that gut pull that they're not okay and they need you. That's what you felt. They need you for what's about to happen. So yeah, that went on forever yet again, Sag, but you I hope that helps. I really hope that helps. But yeah, Valentine's Day, it makes you assess everything. Makes you assess everything. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I will see you again soon. Bye for now.